What is up, everybody? I am Walt, and here we are with our fourth unit here, communicating via the internet with internet psychology. So, what is our topic for today? Good question. Our topic for today, our fun topic, is the change in communication, or rather, the lack of change there, when it comes to the fact that the internet is not making stuff briefer, it is not making stuff less formal, but it is showing humanity's preferences here, okay? Humanity often prefers here, to communicate in a style that is intransient, okay? Intransient. Everybody got that? Intransient. And asynchronous. Okay, so let's break down those words a little bit. Transient. What are we talking about? Transient. Changing, going away, lasting only a short period of time. Those kind of things. Intransient. Permanent, okay? People prefer communication that is permanent. For example, if you hear a conversation once and you're not like recording it, then that conversation is, it's gone. It's over, okay? So you can't replay that unless you have had a microphone there recording that exact thing, okay? So that communication is transient. The conversation is just over after you've heard it unless you've recorded it. Of course, then, that is just transient. So people prefer intransient, stuff that is not going away, stuff they can listen back to, see multiple times, all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, people also tend to prefer a number of other fun things here, particularly their preference here for asynchronous communication, one of the biggest parts of the internet. See, people prefer text over talk many times. And the internet is showing this, as people have, chats all over the internet, information communicated via text all over the internet. One main reason is that it's asynchronous. If you call somebody, if synchronous communication, instantaneous communication, asynchronous being out of time, okay? For example, if you get a text message, you don't immediately have to respond here. At least in most cases, you don't have to immediately respond. You can take a while to compose your answer. Think about what you want to say. Communicate it, edit it, all that kind of fun stuff. And you can communicate out of time there. You don't have to communicate all at once, okay? Versus, of course, if you are going to be talking on the phone, for example, then you have to communicate instantaneously. This is also one thing that has shown us that text-based surveys work better than phone-based surveys. I have linked up the article for you guys in the description there. But really, it's an interesting situation there where you have that kind of change. The fact that people actually do prefer this, form of communication. They prefer things that are out of time as compared to in time. It's more convenient. It's at your leisure, that kind of thing. So, once again, people prefer communication that is intransient and asynchronous. So, intransient, once again, meaning that it is permanent here, it's not going away. So, like text messages, for example, you have them just stored there forever unless you're going to delete them, move them, and etc. They're just staying there. And this isn't necessarily true of your Snapchat messages unless you save them, for example. But that's often what people tend to do. So, there is a people's preference for intransient communication, and then of course asynchronous, to communicate in a way that is going to be out of time and not super in time. Check out some of the articles if you want to see some more examples of that. I am Walt. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I will see you guys next time for the summary. Stay tuned. I'll see you then.